back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Michelle, and here on this channel I make all kinds of mommy videos, so everything from baby updates to product reviews. So if those are the type of videos you like to watch, I'd love for you to consider hitting that red subscribe button so you could see every time I have a new video. So today I am back with another product review. Today I'm going to be talking about the Hatch Baby Rest Sound Machine. So I'm going to cover all the same things I talk about in my reviews. So we'll talk about the design, we'll talk about the functionality of it, we'll talk about cost, and then finally I'll talk about would I repurchase and would I recommend this product. So first, let's talk about the design. So the Hatch Baby I think has a beautiful design. It's like very minimal, it's sleek, it just like fits into any nursery decor. I find that it's like white, it's aesthetically very, very pleasing. I love the shape of it. I would say the only thing in the design that I don't absolutely love, which is that the buttons are all on the bottom, which I can see why it's designed that way. It's so that you don't have to be fiddling with it, but I guess like if you don't have the app on your phone or you don't have your phone with you and you want to be changing certain settings that you didn't have set up in your rings, as I'll talk about later, it's kind of messy to be like holding it up and trying to figure out the buttons on the bottom, as I'll show you guys in a little bit. So that is a little bit inconvenient, but if you have all your settings done and everything, then you're pretty much good to go. It's very modern, neutral, and as I said before, fits into any nursery design, which is really nice. It's not big and bulky, it's easy to travel with. I take it to my parents. Okay, so in terms of the function of it, it's customizable, programmable, and controlled by your smartphone. So if you download the Hatch app, you can go in there, add as many, like you can add multiple sound machines if you have one for different babies, and you can also go in there and set up, you know, like how you want your settings to be on the Hatch. So you can use the buttons to change the settings, and you can also use the app. And what you do is there's a ring on the top, and you touch the top, and that will switch between the different settings that you have on the phone. So I'll kind of show you guys what the app looks like and how you can customize it in a little bit, so it'll make a little bit more sense. It has many different colors and sounds. Choose between those sounds, and there's also a variation in the volume and intensity of the color. So you can set it, it goes to like 100%, so you can choose to have, you know, the sound at a certain percent that works for you. I usually keep mine somewhere around 60% in terms of volume, and then in terms of color, usually at night he has absolutely no color. It's completely dark. When he was a baby and I had to like feed him in our room and stuff, I used to use the color red, and then I'd have it on like 5 or 10%, so it was just very, very, very slight color in the room, just to help me with being able to get up and breastfeed him and do diaper changes and stuff like that. So you can kind of change that as well. You can use it for your toddler, and you can do the time to rise setting, and that basically lets them know when it's okay to get up out of bed in the morning, because some people have toddlers that get up at really early times, and this way it lets them know that no, I do need to stay in my bed until it changes from red to green, or from like red to orange, or whatever the colors you choose. They know when it changes that color at a certain time, that's when it's time to get out of bed in the morning. So you don't have to deal with them coming out of their bed at like 5:30 in the morning. My daughter is a sleeper, so I don't worry about that, but I find that that could be very helpful, especially once you transition them to a toddler bed. So you can custom programs for toddlers. You can also customize programs so that they know when it's bedtime, when it's going to be bath time. When they see the colors change, they know it means a certain activity, which can really help them with knowing what their routine is, especially if, you know, you have a toddler that needs a really strict routine in the evening, to know what time is what. That can help as well. And you can save the hue, the brightness, and sound as a preset. There are 6 presets that you can attach to your sound machine, and so when you save the exact hue, the color, the sound, and the percentages of how loud you want it to be and things like that, you can save that as a preset, so when you touch the top, it'll go through whichever presets you have. So you can also use it as a nightlight, so it's kind of dual purpose for your toddler. You don't have to have a nightlight and a sound machine, you have it all in one. So that's really helpful as well, especially as they get a little bit older and they don't want to be in the dark. And it's cool when they get to choose whatever color that they like and sounds and stuff like that. It's really helpful. Alright guys, so I just wanted to kind of show you exactly what the hatch looks like. This is it right here. It is super cute. I'll show you guys a close-up. But if you can see here on the bottom, it does show you the buttons, so the on-off in terms of volume and switching between your settings. The brightness and the volume, all the buttons are here at the bottom should you want to use it in that way. But here on the top is the speaker, and this is the ring that you kind of tap, this metal ring that goes around here. That will change between the settings. So I'll kind of show you guys what my settings look like. So I only have, this is the sound. I'm going to touch it. You get a little bit of color, the red. And then it's off. And if you want to turn it off manually, you put your hand over it and you can turn it off just like that. So you turn it on, switch between your settings, and you can turn it off just like that. As well as you can do it in the app, but that's just kind of the way that you can use it manually. This is the app right here, and it's called Hatch Sleep. So when I open this app up, you'll be able to see some of the settings I've been talking about. So I've named it, this is Kai's Rest. So right now it's showing me that it is off, but at the bottom you can see here it has color options. So these are the colors that I can select from, and you can also do custom over here. So right now I have it set on no color. You can also choose the sound, so it has a lot of varieties. So there's oceans, there's wilderness, raining, birds chirping, like a dryer, lullabies. You could play lullaby music, ocean waves, TV, all that kind of stuff. So you can choose from those settings. Also here they have timer, so you can choose when the timer goes on and off, and that's great for like your toddler. Here it has your favorite settings, so I've turned off all except 2. So this one is with the ocean sound but no color, and this is the ocean sound with the red color for diaper changes. And it also sets here, like you could see it's locked in how I want my volume and how I want my sound, and that's where you can put that. So this is the program section, and this is where you can set time to rise. Here it has nap time and it has bedtime, so those things can go off for your toddler, where you can set them a little program so they know exactly if they're playing in their room or whatever. They can see like, oh, it's nap time because the sound comes on, the color comes on. When you go into the room, it's already on because it's set on a program. And same thing for bedtime, which is really nice. And then the time to rise, so they don't get up really early in the morning. So it's very easy to use, very easy to navigate. And then, you know, if you have different ones, you can disconnect it, which I don't want to do, but you can go through and add multiple ones. But I just love that I have my favorites set so that when my husband comes in, he just has to touch it and he can go through all the different options. If my son wakes up during his nap time, then I can turn the volume up from my phone, turn it up louder so that it can kind of like try to lull him back to sleep. And I can mess around with certain settings while he's sleeping without having to go into the room. So that's really great as well. In terms of the cost, I bought mine off of Facebook Marketplace, and I bought mine for $75, which I was really, really happy about to find it because I knew I wanted this sound machine. And if I could find it somewhere else, it had been used I think once or twice. It was brand new, basically brand new in the box. So I was really lucky to get that, but I did look up the price. So it is $99.99, so basically $100 on buybuy.ca, so that's in Canada. And then it is $59.99 on buybuy.baby.com, which is an American. So, you know, it depends on where you are and where you're buying it. For me, getting it for $75 was really great compared to buying it for $100. But if you're in the States, like $60 is a really good price for a sound machine that you'll probably use for a really long time, because my daughter has a sound machine. It's a completely different one, but she still uses her sound machine, and she is over 3.5, about to be 4 in February, and so it's like you don't know how long they're gonna want to sleep with the sound or need to sleep with the sound. It's really helpful, especially when we had my son, that she had something on her end to drown out his cries and stuff like that. So I feel like it helps them to adjust to different environments as well. I find that my son is very attached to his particular sound machine, which is the Hatch, because when I go to my parents' house, I tried taking my daughter's instead of taking his, and he just wouldn't sleep as well. So I started to have to bring his Hatch Rest to my parents' house in order for him to feel that same feeling as he has at home. So it's something that is an investment, but something that you'll use for a really, really long time to come. And it is very, very helpful as to use a sound machine. So I won't kind of get into all the chats of sound machines and why they're good. I might leave some resources in the description box, some articles on why using a sound machine is a great option and good for your baby, and you guys can go and check out those links and just read up on that for yourselves. But I will say that this has been an amazing purchase. I absolutely love it. It's never given me any issues, no problems. So in terms of would I repurchase and recommend, yes, I would repurchase this, and I would consider buying one for my daughter. I would buy one for future babies. Like, I absolutely love it. And yes, I would recommend this sound machine, especially for a newborn. Obviously, again, I'll link those articles as to why a sound machine is good, but it can help with drowning out other sounds in the area, in the house, because it can get quite loud. It's really good at giving them that sound to kind of mimic what it was like in the womb. It's perfect for late night diaper changes and feedings and all those things. And as I said, like, they get really used to it, and you kind of will take it to take it to other places. You can travel with it, and they just feel that comfort. So I find that that is really good. One thing I would recommend that I really didn't think about before was what you can do. I think there's an app you can download. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description box, but I think there's an app you can download to find out about decibels, and I'll see if I can find any articles to link about why it's important to see what decibels are safe for babies. I usually keep mine so it's about 60. I have the Lollipop baby monitor, which I can leave the link to. I did a review on that as well, but the Lollipop monitor in its app does tell you about the decibels. So when you look in there, you can see what the decibel of sound is, and it'll let you notify, like, if it gets too loud, then it's like the environment's too noisy or your baby is crying. But it'll also tell you just like what the environment in the room is sounding like, and that will be your sound machine. So it'll let me know if the decibel is too high for the baby, if the noise is too loud, or if it's too quiet. So you might think to your ear, you're like, oh, this is way too loud, but you have to remember your baby has been in the womb and they've heard the rushing sound of the blood going through your body, through your placenta, and it is loud in there, and it's just, they're used to it. So when they come out, you just don't realize like how they're used to that certain type of volume and that constant noise, and that's part of why a sound machine is a great option. But also, if you can download an app that will tell you the decibels, you can put it in the room and you can find out from where your baby's crib is and where you put the sound machine, the decibels are at the right level for your baby. But I absolutely love this. I would recommend it. I would repurchase it. So if you guys are looking into a sound machine, I would definitely recommend the Hatch Baby. I know they also sell, I think it's the Plus version, which does have the clock on it, which is very useful if you have it in your room and you want to see what time it is in the middle of the night when you're getting up for feedings, instead of like looking at your phone and stuff like that. So that's an option as well. And I think they do sell one for adults as well. So I can tell you that when my son left our room and the sound machine left, I felt weird. It felt empty, like there was no sound. But because I listened to him over the baby monitor, I still have that sound machine going. But I could see why some people get used to it, or they need that to fall asleep. So they do have that option as well. So I will leave links to the products in the description box so you guys can check that out, as well as links to any articles about why to use a sound machine, about like knowing the decibels and stuff of your sound machine and things like that. I'll also see if I can find some articles about like what colors are preferable. I think they said red is a good color to have because it is soothing and mimics that like nighttime feeling, and certain colors kind of promote like being awake and alert. So I'll see if I can find any of those articles and link them down below and leave those resources for you guys there. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful and there's a mama out there that you think would benefit from knowing which sound machines they should look into, definitely share this video with them. I think this is a great baby shower gift, or if you're looking to add it to a registry or you're going to a baby shower and you want to give a gift, this is a great option, especially with Christmas coming up basically just around the corner. I think this is a great gift to give to an expecting mom. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that red subscribe button because I'd love to have you join my little internet family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.